What's going on right now, guys? So I want to introduce you guys to my crush, IMAGO Loop meet viewer. Viewer meet IMAGO Loop. And oh my god, such a seductress. The IMAGO Loop is a farmable hand cannon in the game, and I'm willing to go as far as to give it the title Best Legendary Hand Cannon in the game. And I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, but I want to explain why this hand cannon is absolutely phenomenal. And if not for the meta where the Last Word in Thorn is just so dominant, this gun would probably take the crown. So I want to talk about why it's awesome, what stats to look for, what roles to look for, and more importantly, how to farm it. Because this is one of the few guns in the game that if you take the time and invest into it, you can farm and get multiple of these in a short period of time. And if you get those ideal roles, it's amazing. So let's just get started and see what this thing's got under the hood. The Loop has a rate of fire of 22, a high impact of 81, range of 40, stability of 32, and a reload speed of 33. Flip her over face down, and what we have is a rate of fire of 138 rounds per minute, a pretty slow reload speed of about 3.5 seconds, aim assist to 61, which is slightly above average, and a mat capacity of 10. Now, ultimately, nothing really pops. Nothing goes like, oh damn, I wish my hand cannon could do that. It's kind of average in a lot of different areas. Its roles, perks, and the fact that it can farm is what separates this weapon from the rest of them in the same archetype. So this thing tickles Titans for 86 damage to the head, can kill in 3 shots total at 0.86 seconds. 57 everywhere else, and a 4-shot time to kill, raising that up to 1.3 seconds to kill a Guardian in the Crucible. And honestly, that's a big gap between each shot, and if you miss a shot, you're really going to hurt yourself. So this is definitely one of those types that you're going to want to be accurate. You're going to want to make sure that you land those. And if you separate that mathematically, all you have to do is hit one of the 3 shots to the head. So you can 1-tap to the head and 2-shot to the body and kill a guy. So even though it seems demanding and you don't want to step or tread on that 4-shot to kill area for that just terrible time to kill, it's still quite a forgiving gun knowing that only one of the 3 shots that you have to land on a Guardian is a headshot. So that's cool to know. Now, like I said, this gun is absolutely phenomenal for a few different reasons, one of which is you can farm this thing. That's right, you city boys. We're going to get some dirt under those nails. It's time to farm. So, for those that are on PlayStation, there's a very effective farming method that is available at all times on the Restorative Mind Strike. If you want to know how to do that, that's linked in the description down below. For everybody else, you're just going to have to wait for the Undying Mind to come along, and it's probably the fastest way to acquire these IMAGOs, assuming that the Nightfall has a nice burn on it, solar preferably, and you could blow through those things in 10 minutes or less. And if you do this properly, and you did not know, Nightfalls increase the drop rate of strike-specific loot, and an IMAGO is in fact one of those weapons. So anytime that the Undying Mind is a Nightfall, get out there and keep doing it over and over and over again until you find that perfect roll. Now, that perfect roll for this gun, in my opinion, is an outlaw and reactive reload build. This is important for a couple reasons, one of which, not all the guns in this archetype have the ability to roll those 2 perks combined. If I recall correctly, some of them have outlaw and reactive in the same bubble, and you know, it's a very unusual build. But what's so interesting about the build is after you get a kill and you reload, the damage for a critical shot to the head, a precision shot, is 114, meaning this gun evolves into a 2-shot to kill. And the cool thing is that with the 114 damage, technically during that 3-second buff for reactive reload, only one of them, while the buff is active, needs to hit to the head. Because after that, a regular crit hits for 86. 114 plus 86 equals dead. So to reiterate, the best PvP role on this is Outlaw, High Caliber rounds, and Reactive Reload. If we're talking about the PvE role, you're going to want to go with either Outlaw or Spray and Play. I personally prefer Spray and Play. And High Caliber rounds and Firefly to kind of replicate that original Year 1 Fatebringer. A lot of people love that. I personally prefer Spray and Play. So, I mean, you have flexibility there between the Outlaw and that perk. But ultimately, there are a few different builds for this gun. There's a range build, there's a Litzy build, which is a Luck in the Chamber build that's absolutely phenomenal too, and is almost effective as the reactive reload, but then again, that's up to luck. You may not always get that nice roll when you want it to be. At least reactive reload, you can control and force when that happens. And I think this gun is amazing. If you've never farmed for it, wait for that Undying Mind to come in. For those PS players, there's a video down below to teach you on how to cheese the Restorative Mind boss and get this thing to drop like every 2 minutes. So the gun is amazing. I love it how it is in its base form. You get this thing to start reacting to that reactive reload, and it's a phenomenal monster in the Crucible. And that's it, guys. So if you're looking for a hand cannon, and this is the only hand cannon I use for PvE, there you go. If you're looking for one for PvP, this can arguably be the best one for PvP, with the exception of the exotics out there. And I would even go as far as to say it's better than the Hawk Moon and the First Curse as well, so it's pretty badass. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the video, subscribe if you're new here, and continue browsing the channel by clicking one of the 2 videos on your screen. Take care, guys.